Oh my God, I cannot believe this shit about Maui. Lahaina residents worry that rebuilt homes in their Maui town could slip into the hands of affluent outsiders seeking a tropical haven rather than the homegrown residents who give the Hawaiian island its spirit and identity. Uh, I mean, come on. It's been a few days. It's been a few days, and all manner of conspiracy theory bullshit has already started spreading around. Once again, the natives are getting the short end of the stick. I read this tweet recently that people, rich tourists and vacationers, have been uh, tying up phone lines, tying up emergency service lines, 911, the Red Cross, because they want out as soon as humanly possible, while they are stuck in their $1,000 a night luxury hotel suites. They are calling 911 and they're leaving messages on Twitter telling people to call the Red Cross for them, getting other people in on this because they want some type of magical emergency uh, extraction from the danger zone. And of course, 80 people that we know of so far are dead. Entire neighborhoods are destroyed. Land, buildings, businesses, schools belonging to native Hawaiians and permanent residents who live and work there are the ones suffering. And now they have to worry. It's already super expensive to live in Hawaii. I had a friend who went to Hawaii once, said a carton, like a half-gallon carton of orange juice, was like $7 because everything has to travel longer, especially if it has to be temperature controlled. Things are generally more expensive on the island because it means nothing much more to most people than a tropical luxury vacation destination that they can go and spend a shit ton of money, and they find the natives and their culture and their land and everything just kitschy. This will test your elected local government officials. If you don't already have them, pass restrictions on the height of buildings, the size of lots, and square footage of homes. Make those wanting second homes go somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter how big the homes are or how tall they're going to be. It's a home in Hawaii. The smaller it is, chances are likely the cheaper it's going to be. More people are going to jump on that shit. They're going to want to buy the cheapest thing they can afford, especially if it's an actual home, if it's theirs and it's not some five-star hotel or something like that. They have themselves a home now. that they also own on top of their current home. And they can jet off there anytime they want. They can stay there as long as they want. I don't think that's really going to help. Any property forfeited and or sold due to fire damage should be restricted to Native Hawaiian purchase ownership, period. Inside job to get properties on the cheap. What? I said this the minute the fires reached the sea. Of course it's going to happen. Makes you wonder why there were no alarms or why people didn't start hosing their homes and businesses down, like the few people who did so at 5:30 a.m. It's as if it was by design. God. I don't know about that. Climate gentrification is unavoidable at this point. You had your warnings. Get used to the new normal. Dude, it's Hawaii. Temperatures are raising. The areas that are already balmy and hot or very humid are already becoming unbearable during the summer months. In another few years, people won't be able to go outdoors for any extended period of time. They're going to have to stay indoors during the summer months, at least at first, the summer months. And they're going to need air conditioning, they're going to need climate control, or else they're going to die. And what is this guy saying? That because of climate change, they're pretending not to believe it, but in the meantime, they actually do. They're going to take this opportunity to tell everybody else that climate change isn't real while they buy up all the property in the good areas. That's an interesting theory. I would totally believe wealthy people would completely do that. I would totally believe informed people with the money to do it will definitely do it. But this, I don't know. You could choose a lot better places than Hawaii. You would want to go up north. You would want to live where I do if you're that worried about it. I don't think they would choose Hawaii. Rich predators love natural disasters to clean undesirables off of land they want. Saw the exact same thing after Katrina. Zuckerberg up to his old tricks. Well, let's put it this way. As long as white people aren't allowed to purchase, I'm okay. Oh my God. Here it is again. Blah, blah, blah. Insert right wing talking points here. Oh my God, I was just saying that. Thank you, BK. I was just saying that. Yeah. already, right off the bat, you have maggots and despicable, deplorable right wingers that are already pouncing on this incident like a bunch of wild dogs, using it as a springboard to mocking Biden, bringing Biden into it, bringing the left wing into it, blah, 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 right wing talking point. Now it's, you know, the thing. I've seen like a million tweets about this already. Well, Hawaiians, remember during the election that Biden sent all this money to Ukraine. Remember Ukraine. Our money went to Ukraine. Listen to me, you dumb bitches. Do you have any idea how much money this country has? There are different branches of government, and there are different task forces, and there are different funds, and there are different special appointment councils, and all these different groups whose job it is to use their expertise and their resources, which includes their money, to take care of things in their department. If the government wants to give money to Ukraine, do you have any idea how much money this country gives to other countries? You have any idea the type of money my state gives to your red state every year? Money gets moved around. There is a fund for everything. Okay, Biden giving money to Ukraine, foreign aid, foreign relations, all that kind of horseshit. That doesn't mean you're not going to get your Social Security check this month. Money to Ukraine doesn't mean that there are no food stamps for the next 10 years. Maui is a disaster, but FEMA was already sent out. The Red Cross was already sent out. Money, I haven't heard of anyone in particular with a GoFundMe or anything like that, but it will come, trust me. Money is going to start pouring in donations alone. But it's anything they can do, anything they can say to make every situation about Biden. Every situation. I'm surprised they didn't say, hey, everybody in Maui, this is because they're ignoring Hunter Biden. This is because Hunter Biden has dick pics. Why don't you just say that? Why don't you just say, nothing is too fucking ridiculous for you people? There is no bottom to your barrel. So why don't you just say it? It's just as fucking stupid. It's just as ridiculous as any of the other bullshit you're pulling. Just tell people. In fact, tell them the hurricane occurred because Hunter Biden has dick pics. It'll make about as much sense as this fucking bullshit right here. Money went to Ukraine. So you're not going to get any help. This is what they're telling people. This is what they're trying to convince people of when they say this shit. Fucking bullshit. God, these people are insane. Ah, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd expect it. Oprah is already bringing comfort to those in need while looking at properties now burnt down near the waterfront and thinking to herself, oh my God. $8 chuckle fuck. Maybe AOC can work on making sure this doesn't happen instead of worrying about sunscreen companies. Maui will be 40% Airbnbs and short term rentals by the end of next year. Mark my words. Yeah, it's Hawaii. It's Hawaii. It's already Airbnbs. Fucking A, dude. Anyway, here's the other thing I wanted to cover. Your daily reminder that Trump is subhuman slime. Ivana Trump's grave is completely overgrown and neglected. This is what it looks like right here. 1 year later, completely overgrown with grass and is barely visible. You can't see anything that remotely looks like a grave there. This is how he leaves it. Oh, and here we go, right off the top. He's a fascist, not Trump, but Keith Olbermann. She's a tax write-off. Ha ha ha. Another chuckle fuck. This guy is literally comparing this dude to a Nazi with this false equivalency. Exhumed Ivana Barbie. Classified documents included. Ha! Yeah, Keith, I think you're being too hard on slime. If a golf ball lands on it, is there a free drop within one club length? You know he has top secret documents buried in her grave as well. Well, how can he use those documents? What if he needs the master copy for something? The fuck? You think he's America first. This is how he treats his former wife. Former wife and mom. Mother of his some of his children. But those kids are no better. And that was the whole idea from the start. Don't remind anyone that supposedly there are just ashes in a full-size casket buried there in an area that by law now nobody can ever dig up. Oh, they can definitely exhume bodies. Thank goodness for this guy. Where are her kids? I would never allow my mother's grave to look like this unless she's not really in there. Holy crap. Huh. Maybe she isn't really in there. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a matter of the kids being as fucking ruthless as he is and really not giving a shit about mom. Huh, makes you wonder if they purposely want it overgrown so nobody can find it. Ah, yeah. Next thing you know, the marker will be missing. I have no idea where my ex-wife's grave is. I can't find her anywhere. I got people working on it, very good people. Presidential Memorial Public Urinal. If this is where Trump buried Ivana, the mother of his children, where do you think he's going to bury the Republican Party? That's so fucking sad. Where is her daughter and sons? Why don't they visit or insist it be taken care of? Even my mother, who is 96, goes to my dad's grave and puts fresh flowers and takes her little broom to clean it off. I visit when I'm in Florida. It just breaks your heart. Hmm. She may not be buried there. She's in some urn at Ivanka's house or garden. The only thing buried there is probably evidence. It's a win-win for him. Storage plus a tax benefit. Ooh, considering her headstone is on the golf course he plays on routinely, I wonder if he actually pisses on it every time he plays past it. Well, if he pissed on it, then the grass would be all freaking dead and like, oh, wait a minute. Ah, you're right. There's brown grass. There's patches of dead grass and missing spots. But around the marker is not yellow or dead. In fact, that's quite lush and green. But there's like trails of like yellow, just dead grass or patches of dirt and nothing. I mean, maybe if he just walked to the general area and like wrote with his name or something, I don't know. She's probably there because it was his cheapest option. Dude, Ivanka made what? 600 and something million while she was helping dad in the White House. And then, Jared got $2 billion from the Saudis. They could have built uh, a beautiful New Orleans style mausoleum. They could have built her the damn Taj Mahal. One strange place to have buried a former spouse, and all the children went along with it. Strange, strange family. He probably buried the boxes of evidence in there. Excuse me, Ivana, I have to grab some papers. What about her kids? They can't take care of their mother's grave? What, you mean personally? They're not going to do any maintenance. That's for poor people. That's because it isn't her grave, just a convenient way for him to claim it as a cemetery. Maybe there's stuff in there, but what good is it if they're buried? He's not going to go in the middle of the night and dig it up, will he? Uh-oh. Kids, inside your mother's grave, there's what? A bag full of stolen cash, the keys to the Mercedes, the access card to the storage unit, and the nuclear launch codes. Ah! Why the hell does this surprise anyone? Same way he treated her when she was alive. Says something about the Three Stooges, too. Oh, it's probably tax records. I don't think that'll help him. The IRS would have his tax records. What he would want to throw in there is his little black book. Surprised he didn't dump her body in the river. In the movies, the old lady always falls down the stairs and dies while alone in the big mansion. Okay, enough with the documents buried. Perfect analogy of his life. I'll bet the septic tank is nearby. Oh my god. Bring out the goats. Reaching. No. What's the word for it I'm thinking for? Or I'm thinking of? Oh, damn. Why can't I think of that one word? Ugh. It's right there. I don't want to use that other word. Damn, what was that word? Ah! Oh my god, my brain actually hurts. Oh my god, I can't think. I wish I had a Trump soundboard that I could play while I'm thinking of this. Whatever. Uh, Fucking right wingers are just so stupid. If our own children don't seem to care, why should I? Well, to be fair, Trump's own body is overgrown and neglected as well. True, but where are the children? Well, if they don't know, they didn't know before, they definitely know now. Uh, oh, I've been getting a lot of messages from like British people. Apparently, I'm in UK news because of my Jack Proboscis tweet. Vote blue, get rid of the fascists. Ew. Aww. Me too, kitty. Oh, yes, this thing about the teacher. I'm not going to go looking for it, but the teacher who was shot by the 6-year old, the school board is trying to have her case dismissed against them by stating that, well, getting shot or dealing with shootings is a hazard of the job. And I have worked in a school for several years. So I know what I'm saying when I say this. And I tweeted on it last night. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Oh my God. Was this even a response or was it just a regular post I put? Yeah. Yes. KD says, remember the teacher in Virginia who was shot by the 6-year-old? The school district is trying to get her lawsuit dismissed and says she is only entitled to workers' comp because it's a workplace injury and the shooting was a hazard of the job. I'm just reading my tweet because it's a bit more eloquent, although I'll probably go off anyway. They will use any excuse to cover their own asses. Lawsuits scare your schools more than the shootings do. Anything is acceptable so long as their budget isn't affected. And when right wing attacks over LGBTQ bullshit take center stage, it pulls our attention away from real problems. And that's what I want everyone to remember. Trust me, your school boards don't care about your kids. Not over their budget, they don't. Your school boards, they will accept anything, they will do anything, they don't care about much of anything, so long as it doesn't affect their budget for the upcoming year. All they have to do is follow the rules, the bureaucrats' rules, get all the staff in the schools to follow those rules. And so long as they play their cards right, they retain the same budget amount for the following year. They may even get a raise on budget provisions for the following year. So, believe me, if all that a district had to do was have one student pass with an A, so long as one student, that's it, passes with a grade of an A, legitimately, because tests and everything are sent into different locations and whatnot. But if that were the requirement, one kid, and that's all you need for us to know that your district, everything, and you all are doing a good job, and you will retain your same budget next year, or maybe even get a budget raise. Guess what is going to happen in those schools? Or that particular school, each particular school. They're going to pick one student to treat like the favorite and treat all the rest of them like shit. That's what they do. That was a big problem when I went to school back in the day. They usually do have those percentage deals going. So long as a certain percentage of students scores like this on the SATs, or they do that, or so long as so many students are engaged in extracurriculars, so long as so many students get above an 85 or something as a GPA, then that's it. That's all that's required. So that is the point where you get your favorite students. Most of them are doing fine and they're going to pass, which is good. And then you can pick and choose if you want the students that you really, really want to cozy up to, because they're your favorites and they're the ones you actually want to focus all your time and attention on. Even if, they may not be so great, but they're captain of the football team, or, you just plain like that kid. And so you give him the good grades, or you lather his ass. You tout him as some campus hero or something. As long as these requirements are fulfilled, they could pick and choose what students to encourage, what students to be okay with, but not pay too much attention to. They can go either way on. And then whatever students are left, they can just use as punching bags. Because it's all about what the bureaucrats say, that, then they tell the principal and the superintendent, and then they tell all their staff, the teachers, and it's all about money. It's public, but it's still about money. I don't know a better way I can explain it to you. But anyway, back to the shooting thing. They're actually going to use the excuse, well, shootings are a hazard of the job, so that we don't have to pay this woman the 40 mil or whatever that she's suing for this happening to her at her job. They're going to try to get it dismissed before there's even a trial or anything, because, it's just a regular old workplace injury. They will say anything they have to say to get out of it. They don't care about her. They don't care about the kids. They don't care about shootings. They don't give a fuck about anything like that. Trust me. What your school board cares about the most is their money, their budget. That's their primary concern. Your children, safety, bad policies, parental anger, politics, how they treat staff, how they treat students. All of that, that's secondary. Their number one concern is lawsuits. They don't want to lose money. I promise you, your schools care more about lawsuits than they do about your children. They care more about losing money, having their budget impacted, than they do about shootings. And this should be obvious. I shouldn't even have to tell you this. I shouldn't have to tell you about all the nasty, dumb shit that goes on within your public school system, because it should be obvious. They're essentially accepting shootings as being a job requirement. These fucking cops will admit out loud they don't want to go here or do this because they might get hurt, but they would still like all of your tax dollars and your tax-paid benefits and retirement pensions and all that happy horse shit that comes with the job as a public servant. They want the money, but they don't want to do the fucking job. And so now your school board is going to tell a teacher that almost died that day, well, you're a teacher, so facing danger from gunfire is part of the job. You won't tell your fucking cops that. But the school board is going to say this to this teacher. And again, It's money. Don't buy the horse shit. Don't believe that they're saying it because they believe it. They're saying it because of money. That's all it is. If being shot while teaching is just a hazard of the job, why don't teachers have taxpayer-funded body armor? How long before being shot is considered a hazard of living in a free country? Like it is in every other free country. What? It's just us? America. I hate how this shit won't scroll for me on Twitter. Oops. Oh my God. The fuck is this guy talking about? I don't even remember what I said to him. I don't even give a fuck. Okay, that's it. I'm out. I covered A, B, and C. And I completely forgot about C.